Oh, hi.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Would you like to announce the piece that you will be sharing with us today?
Yeah, I'm gonna be singing Lyrics Keys by Han.
Great. And then could you share with your audience in 2 to 3 sentences what this song is about?
So this song, it's a pretty happy song. It's like it's about like the hour of gleaming, and so it's a pretty happy atmosphere. So I hope to convey that as well when I sing.
Right. It's like the sleeping hour. That's my favorite time of the day when I get to sleep and lay down.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it. And you do say your name Ashna, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
La lune blanche brille dans les bois, des chaque branche porte une voix sur la romaine. Oh, bien-aimé, les tendres reflètent profond miroir, la silhouette de son noir, on le voit pas revoir. C'est l'heure. Avance tendre apaisement semble descendre du firmament que l'on dirige. C'est l'heure exquise.
Yay! Good job. I wish Zoom had a clap feature. Wouldn't that be cool? Like click a button and then we hear whoa. Because it's so not gratifying. You sing and then you get silence and then like you see, just like emojis popping up, which is better than nothing. But yeah, I think I might like write to them and say, "Can you add that feature, please?" Because people
They
give
definitely
presentation. Yeah,
should.
that'd be cool. Fabulous job. This is not an easy song, and you did a really good job. How long have you been working on this?
About 2 months, 3 months.
Okay. Did you pick it or did your teacher pick it?
My teacher picked it.
Okay, great. And do you like singing in French? Is this your first French song?
I do like singing in French. It's not my first French song, but I do like singing in it. I do take French at my school, so
Wonderful.
yeah, it's a really pretty language. So
Yes. Once we learn the rules, the crazy rules, I feel like I teach French diction at my university and I say, learn all the rules, but here are all the exceptions to the rules. And then the list of exceptions are longer than the actual general rules, right? So That's great that you know the French language because it helps a lot. And so that explains like your French was pretty good. There were some couple of things that I'm sure you're working on. Just like the after you sing the nasal vowel, you kind of the N and the M's creep in. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Tendre. I hear tendre. Yeah. Profond. Couple places like that. So what are one or two things? Because in the description of my masterclass, I said like, let's continue your work that you're doing with your current voice teacher that I can help you with. Because sometimes when someone rephrases the same issue, like it kind of clicks, right? So
Mhm.
what are one or two technical issues that you're working on with your teacher that you would like me to help you with?
So I'm working on like basically like really like mastering the alignment so that the sound is super like big and that I have like a really open um like frame so that the
Mm-hmm.
sound has like the ability to kind of move out and sound really pure. And then I think
So you mean like from, top to bottom of your registration, like from high to low notes, it just sounds really even? Is
mhm,
that what you mean?
yeah, like in
Okay.
terms of how I'm not so that if I go higher, then I'm not like
Hmm.
pushing, but instead
Yeah.
I have like an open like sort of frame and alignment so that it has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
And then I think also pronunciation and
Hmm.
like presence.
Uh-huh. Diction and presence. Great. We could approach all of that. Okay. Okay. This song is difficult because all that crazy jumps. The intervals are wide, right? It goes from like, like the chest register to like your upper voice in a matter of like seconds. And you're completely exposed because the piano is just doing da 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 because it's painting that moonlit atmosphere, right? Because it's lyric skis or it's like exquisite hour, right? When you're dreaming. So it's really important for you to keep your resonance open, like you said, like the alignment of the vocal tract. So when you do, let's do the last one. So, salad excuse that one there. So we're gonna, because you're a treble voice for all the treble voices, like it's important to approach your voice from top to bottom. This song approaches from the bottom going up. And so we want to take extra weight up to the upper register, but that's going to cause issues, right? So how you can practice that is like start with the highest pitch of the phrase. And so this for this phrase it's this D sharp, right? On keys. Can you do that on that note? And the syllable is key. Try. Just on that high note. There you go. And now we're going to bring it down to. That's a crazy leap. How about let's do. You want to try that? There you go. When you look at your screen, top left corner, do you see like turn on original sound feature by any chance?
Yeah.
Can you turn it on?
Mhm. Okay.
Perfect. Let's do that again. You got it. So your job is to keep the same resonance of the resonance space of the highest note when you're singing your low note. Yeah. Let's do that. There. Yeah, and that's the first note of that phrase. Can you do that, please?
Or wait, sorry, start low or
Yeah, start from the top and then you slide down to the lower notes. So, key. Just like that. There you go. So when you sang that first note, did you feel there was height to the sound that you didn't experience before, perhaps?
yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to start your lowest note with the same resonance space of the highest note. Then it sounds even and aligned like you want it to sound, right? So let's do. Can you do that? Ready? You got it. So can you remember that pathway that you took and sing Salad excuse. Ready?
Sailor, excuse.
Yeah, how was that for you?
It felt really good.
Yeah, and so it's really important for you to tell your throat to stay open because it wants to close. And so your brain has to send the right message to your instrument. Yeah. Okay. So check. Alignment is better, right? So that's how to practice it. Like if you see a phrase, maybe start with the highest note of the phrase, right? And then like glide down. So and keep the same resonance space. As far as diction goes, like let's hit like can you say profond miroir?
Profond miroir.
You got it. So when you sing in French, like just cross off that N following the O, that FOND, cross off the N.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also tendre. I heard tendre. Tendre.
Tendre.
Yeah. If you think the N, your tongue articulates the N. So just don't even think it. Think tendre. Tendre. Try it again.
Tendre.
Tendre. Again?
Tendre.
Yeah, that tongue has to think about like tapping rather than touching. Tendre. Again, please.
Tendre.
There you go. You got it. If you think it, your tongue goes to the N articulation because it's the same place of articulation, the N and the D, right? Yeah. Let's see. One thing I want to say is that salad there, it just feels really low, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like just speak it. Can you say salad?
Sailor.
Yeah, salad. Can you like speak on pitch?
Sailor.
How was that?
It was good. It's fun.
Yeah. So when you try to sing your low, I think it's for sopranos, especially our treble voices. Like when we try to sing low, it gets breathy, and we end up like pressing on the folds. Yeah, and then it's uncomfortable. But when you speak in that register. So you already know how to do it. You just have to translate. So seller, speak it again, please.
Sailor.
Seller.
Sailor.
Is that the note? Seller.
Sailor.
Can you make sure you're speaking seller again?
Sailor.
Yes. Then there's more presence in the sound. In 12 minutes, we did like alignment of, evenness, diction, and presence of the sound.
Great.
Very nice to hear you. Lovely
Thank
to
you.
hear you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, Cooper.
Hello.
Hi, Cooper. So you're singing Cabello Masutil? Yeah?
Yes.
Great. And would you like to share with your audience in three sentences what it's about, your story?
Of course. So this is a love song, and the person singing the song is seeing this beautiful woman and is looking about how nice her hair is and how he'd like to braid it and pull her to his side. And he imagines that he's a jug of water in her home because every time she goes to drink the jug of water, her lips would touch it like a kiss.
Right. It's a little creepy.
And it's a little weird, yeah.
But back then, right, there was just formality to all the relationships. And so you imagine it's romantic. I shouldn't taint it. I'm sorry. I apologize. But in 21st century, it's a little creepy.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's hear it.
Del cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado, he de ser una cadena para traerte a mi lado. Una alcaraz en tu casa, chiquilla quisiera ser, para besarte en la boca, cuando fueras a beber. Oh.
Good job. Yeah. How did you feel?
Felt good.
Good. Okay. So, this song is pretty rangy, and you did a really good job singing a very even tone throughout. So I commend you. Yeah. And I felt like you're just a very sincere performer. You're very honest, and you have a very open, welcoming energy. That's really nice on stage. So good job. Okay, so how long have you been working on this song?
I have been working on this song since the end of January.
Okay, so like 3 months.
Yes.
Yeah, great. And then have you taken Spanish in your high school or?
No, I have not.
Okay, yeah. There are a couple of Spanish things that we can work on. And so, what are one or two technical things that you're currently working on with your voice teacher that I may help?
We've been working on using vibrato throughout the song,
Yeah.
especially on those two big high notes in the second verse of the song,
Mm-hmm.
as well as well as using a nice mature sound that isn't I am a man singing a voice in a song. That is me singing in my voice.
Right. That matches your speaking voice, right? Yeah, because you're young, and so your voice will mature naturally with age, and so you don't want to sound older than you are. Yeah, agreed. I like what your teacher is doing with you. That's fantastic. It's very healthy. Okay, before we talk about vibrato and singing with your voice, there are a couple rhythmic things.
Okay.
Your entrance. So, ba-da-da-da-da-da. I think of this in two. One and a two and a one and a two. Del ka. You come in early. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's tricky to sing with a track.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really tricky. And Ashna, you did a really good job singing with a track too.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not fun to sing with a track because you just feel like you don't have the artistic freedom as a performer to create and be present. Yeah. So, but be mindful because it's pretty even. One and a two and a one and a breathe. Del cabello más sutil. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. En
Yes.
que tienes en tu trenzado, trenzado. You know that, right? That Z is a thado, yeah? He de hacer una cadena para traertea. I didn't hear tea. I heard erta a mi lado.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Una cara thien. There are two vowels on that note.
Yes.
Thien two. Casa. Ki. Yeah. And everything was. Oh. Para besarte en la boca. I heard basarte en la boca, I think. Besar.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think if you think a bigger, like 1, 2, 1, 2, it's gonna help you. Like feel it in the body. Yeah, that's yes, how you're moving. Can you internalize that movement? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Mhm.
So without the track, can we try? Can you think about the air wiggling? Yeah.
Okay.
Del cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado, he de ser una cadena para traerte a mi lado.
Yeah. How did that feel? I know
Um,
you got off. It's okay because you're used to singing with a track, so it's fine. Don't worry
um,
about it. But how did the wiggling work out for you?
it felt like my vibrato was more prominent. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if that prominence is a good prominence or it sounds like I am a 17-year-old trying to use vibrato.
Okay, so vibrato it's a natural phenomenon when the voice is free of unnecessary tension, when the air is powering the vibration of the vocal folds, it travels through the your resonance chamber, vocal tract. It happens naturally.
Right.
Yeah. So, did you feel unnecessary tension in the throat?
No, everything felt open and nice and free.
Okay, then. And then we heard vibrato. What did you think, Ashna? Did you hear a difference in the tone?
I did, yeah. It sounded more open and like a lot more framing for that sound to fully like come through.
Yeah. Okay. You want to try it again with a track?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Del cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado, he de ser una cadena para traerte a mi lado. Una carraza en tu casa, chiquilla quisiera ser, para besarte en la boca, cuando fueras a beber.
How did that feel?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It felt definitely the vibrato felt more there. There was no tightness or extra tightness that wasn't there before, and things still felt open.
Awesome. You got it. You need to check your rhythm.
Okay.
Yeah, there are places that are rhythmically incorrect. Do you want me to tell you, or do you think you would know?
I mean, do you? I would like to double check with you. That'd be nice.
Sure. Yeah. So your entrance, you're late. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you could take your time there. You rush through it. I think it's because you're afraid of those high notes. But that those notes are not that high for you because you sang that beautiful F sharp like it was nothing. You want to try it? Can we
Yeah.
try that? So da, 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 da. Can you feel like you're stretching into it rather than hitting it? Que tienes, yeah?
Que tienes en tu trenzado.
Octave higher.
Que,
Que-
que tienes en tu trenzado.
Yeah. I think I have the wrong key. I have the
Yeah,
soprano key. But your range is kind of crazy. You have
Yeah.
awesome low and awesome high. How exciting. And you're 17?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You like pick the place you want to go. I mean, you're a guy, you have a fabulous instrument, you're quick learning. How exciting. Yeah. Okay. And then hacer una cadena para tres. There you rushed, I felt like. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's tricky because the piano is going, it's like harp.
Right.
It's hard to like really feel that pulse, right?
Okay.
So if you like think one and two and one and two and yeah, and then just kind of ride that wave, it's gonna help. Una cara en tu casa, chiquilla. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like you don't quite have the pulse.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, feel it.
All right.
And that's, can you not scoop up?
Yeah. I already have
Think it. You gotta think it. When you think it, your vocal folds like approximate, like they're ready to vibrate
Right.
on that pitch, and all you have to do is let the air go, wiggle through.
Okay.
Let's do it one more time.
All right.
Yeah. And the rhythm, you can fix it with your teacher. She knows. Or she or he. Yeah.
Del cabello más sutil que tienes en tu trenzado es una cadena para traerte a mi lado. Una carraza en tu casa, chiquilla quisiera ser para besarte la boca cuando fueras a beber.
Yes. Good job not scooping at the end. You fixed a lot of the rhythmic things. That's good. E de hacer una cadena. I think you came in early, yeah? But you fixed una cara too. That was good. And everything lined up after that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that it was a D.
Okay.
Para. Even there. Para. Can you stretch into it instead of scooping?
Okay.
Para besarte la boca.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to try that? Na para. When you become famous, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
But until then, sing it clean, okay? Para besar. There.
Para besarte la boca.
Besar. Remember what I worked on Aishna too? Like you want to breathe in the resonance space of the highest note that you're going to sing. So you're going to sing on that D, right? So ra pa pa. So let's do pa. Try that.
Pa.
Can you keep the same resonance throat space as the first high note that you sing? Pa instead of pa, closing it.
Okay.
Pa.
That's it. Pa
Para.
super easy when you do it like that, right?
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
What voice part do you sing in choir?
I sing bass 1.
Because you have great low.
Yeah.
But
We
you
split
have
our- we split
high
our mid-
too.
We split our mid into 4: tenor 1, tenor 2, bass 1, bass 2.
Okay. Bass one. Super, yeah. Does your teacher think that your voice is moving up?
It has been moving down very steadily since my freshman year. I actually, it's funny. I went to all-state choir as a tenor 1 last year, and then I dropped all the way down to bass 1, and I made it to all Northwest.
Awesome. Yeah, your voice is very interesting. It's great. It's wide range. Great. Okay. So we worked on vibrato, wiggle, let the air wiggle.
Okay.
Yeah. And then your high notes. Done. Check.
All right.
Good job, Cooper.
Thank you.
Sounded great, Cooper. Thank you. Great. Okay, so we do have a few minutes, and our other two singers didn't show up. So we do have someone who's volunteered. Leah, were you interested in singing for Dr. Cho? Great.
Yes, and just for you, I decided to change my repertoire. Into
You're so
for you.
sweet.
You can go to class.
Oh, Lee, you're so sweet. You didn't have to, but you're so kind.
Why? What's the backstory? I want to hear.
Oh, Leah and I have been in almost every class together, I think. Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
and she's been very lucky to be able to sing for a lot of the presenters. So it's been a really, really cool experience. That is so funny.
Good for you, Leah. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Show up and be ready. Is it Luz or Luz? Luz said Luz. Another person wants to sing. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
Jessica.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if we have time. So let's do Leah, and then if we have time at the end, Luz, we can get you in, okay?
Okay, Leah, what are you singing?
Tchaikovsky's None But the Lonely Heart.
Oh, are you gonna do in Russian?
Yes.
Oh, love it. Okay. Oh, will you share? Well, I know the piece really well, but will you share with your audience what it's about?
Well, poor Mignon. She was in a circus, then she gets adopted by a man, and she falls in love with him.
I know.
And then he
Stockholm
doesn't love her
syndrome.
back, and then she doesn't
Yeah.
even like. He's like such a father to her, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm in love. I no longer want to be a boy. I want to be a woman. I want to be with him." And he's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
Stockholm
"No,
syndrome.
child."
like falling in love with your, the what is it, the aggressor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, lots of interesting materials in classical music, right?
Yeah. All
Okay,
I
let's
can
hear
say,
it.
por mignon.
Yeah. Yay!
Is about to become the backdrop for an unforgettable vacation memory.
Good job singing with the track and making it so musical. Yeah, wonderful. Beautiful voice. You're so expressive. You sing from the heart and it's so sincere. It's wonderful. Um, Obviously, the text speaks to you and you relate to this song. I feel like this song is just so glorious. Like, who wouldn't love this song, right? It's so great. Okay, so how long have you been singing this piece?
I mean, I've learned it in the fall, but I'm not like touching it all the time. I
Yeah.
just when I need to sing.
Okay. And then what are one or two things that you're working on with your teacher technically that I can help you with?
I mean, I want to get my legato much better in it,
Yeah.
and so I want to get those high notes much more fluid and not screaming off of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. I mean, legato, that's what that's one of the hardest things to do, but it's necessary. It's something that we work on until we die, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I see is that your body, you kind of get on your toes, I'm sure you've heard that from your teachers, like keep your feet on the ground. Yeah. And so if you would, you could just follow my voice cues. If you would stand up, and I'm gonna talk through you through some things. And all of you guys who are watching too, feel free to stand up and go through this exercise with me. With the yeah. So stand up, and you want to feel your feet, right? So I don't know if you do like if your feet like this or one ahead of the other. It doesn't matter. Yeah. As long as you feel balanced, right? And so like if you put all of your weight on the balls of your feet. Yeah. And then down. Right? And now lean back and put it all on the heels of your feet. And then put your toes down. So you should feel like your feet are like there's like 3 pivot points and they're like sucked to the ground. And so for ladies who wear heels, make sure your heels aren't so high that you lose balance. You want to feel your feet, especially so that your weight's not all on the front of your feet. Yep. Okay, now soften your knees. So bend your knees, lock your knees. So you want to do contrasting positions. So bend, lock, and then just soften, like let go of that lock on the knees. Yep. So you feel like bouncy. Great. And now hips. You want the tailbone to not be a duck butt, but like a dog butt, if that makes sense. So your tailbone should not aim back, right? So when your tailbone is aimed out like a duck, your lower back, so lower spine, is like crunched. And so that affects your head position. You don't want to do that. So like tilt your hips under. It feels like you're slouching a little bit. You're kind of sitting on your tush. Yeah? You feel that? So check with your feet. Soft knees. So your dog butt, it sounds awful, but your tailbone is tucked under a little bit. Yep. And now shoulders above your hips, ears above your shoulders. There you go. And arms out like this. You're going to feel like there are air pockets under your arm and your little here. And your shoulders are relaxed. So if you're like a scarecrow, your arms are like hanging like a scarecrow would be. Okay, great. Now soften your belly, open your mouth, and receive air. You should feel a low release. If your shoulders are going up, usually it's because you're holding your stomach, it's tight, or your lower back is doing this. It needs to be straight. Yeah. Now in that position, why don't you lock your knees and stick your butt out and try to breathe. It's high. Yeah. Soften your knees and tuck in your tailbone a little. And then breathe. You feel low. Feels good? It's alignment. Cooper, you got it? Ashna? Great. So like if you're unsure, like you're on stage, the first thing to go is your breath. Because why? You lock your knees. You're trying to stand up tall. And so I think in choir or school, they say stand up tall. And so we kind of overarch our lower back, right? And then our chest is out, and then we forget the spine needs to be long, the spine, yeah? And so it starts with your feet, soft knees, hips, tilted a little bit, so your spine can be line up like what is that, Jenga? Is that a Jenga? Yeah. You stack from the bottom. Okay, now let's do a do that for me. So you should feel the appoggio. So your body leaning. Your body is resisting the cave because it wants to, when you breathe in, your body opens up. And so it wants to do this, right? But when we sing, we have to resist the collapse. So you feel you feel that? Good. The higher you go, you're going to feel that lower in your body. And I call that the bell pull. So it's from my teacher, actually. I should credit her. She calls it the bell pull. It's a, if you see a big bell and then there's a rope hanging down, right? You pull the bell so it sounds, right? So like an extreme case of the bell pull is when you move your bow. We do it all the time. We all do it. It's nasty, but like you feel that internal contraction, engagement of the muscles, right? So pretend when I do this, contract, I want you to use the muscles that you would use when you're going number 2. I'm sorry to be nasty, but we all do it. Okay, so, and then when I say release, just release the abdominal muscles, yeah? Okay, let's see. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. You feel that, Leah? Yeah, good. And now I'm gonna do number 1 is like a soft bell pull, just a little bit. So you feel a little bit like in the front. Beep. Second one is going down to the belly button. Number 3 is when you go really low, like towards your pelvic diaphragm, like underneath your organs. So let's do like soft one, contract, release. Second one, towards your belly button, release. And go all the way down, release. You feel that? Okay. So we're gonna do it in section and consecutively, and we're gonna do it on E. It's gonna be like this. E, E, E. You want to do that? Ready?
E, E, E.
Go even lower on the 3. E. So you could go really high. Ready?
E, E, E.
Did you feel it? Yeah, your body still wants to go up. That tells me you're not completely hooked up to your breath. Yeah? Cooper and Ashna, did you guys feel it? Yeah? Good. So when you do, let's find one. That one. So let's do and go down. Let's do on ya. And do, and let's say a 3. You want to try? Good. You want to start with the resonant space of the G, as I talked with Cooper and Ashna. Let's do. Bring that resonance down. Ready? You got it. Do this for me. Can you snort? Yeah, you feel that backspace? Yeah? Do that for me. Different? Little bit. Good. Let's snort again. And say for me, I don't want to go to school.
I want to go to school.
That's it. So for you, I suspect you want to create a big old sound because you've heard this song with big voices, right? So what you hear through a microphone or like a speaker and what you hear yourself sing are 2 different things. Like you have to let go of a preconceived idea of what you should sound like up there. Because sopranos, when you sing up that like a G, it sounds, when it's right, it sounds really small in your head. Does that make sense? Yeah. So do for me. Good. Let's start higher. Good. Again. Good. So start that G with that tiny space. Try that. Yes. Did you feel how it was like on top of it, not from the bottom, that's your G. Do that again. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you go on top. It feels really tiny here, but the space is open, right? So it's like the theory of two opposites, and you have to like do both, and it drives every singer crazy. Like, wait, I have to do forward and like keep the back space open at the same time. Like, maddening, right? But that's it. Let's do. Go back and forth between those two notes. Good. Can you keep the same resonance space of that G on that C? Because right now you're doing instead of slide down. Yeah. How is that? Different?
Different.
Easier?
Bit. It's
Bit.
not just coming up from like that.
Yeah. I get it. Like you feel really passionate about this song and you want to like give it all. Like sing the biggest sound you can all the time, but you got to sing smart. So can we do oh. There. I didn't breathe, sorry. You could breathe.
From where?
And do it on ya. There. Good. Do you have to breathe between? Do you have to? You don't have to. I don't know the Russian well enough.
It's good enough where you can say E, like because E means and. It's okay to and.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah. Okay. Then do you have to breathe here? Between those two notes? Okay, so don't, yeah? Let's try that. Ready? No breathing. Mhm. Yeah. How was that? Do you feel like your legato has improved a little bit?
Yeah, because I'm forced to keep myself on the air.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I think so. Work on that. I think for you is to maybe approach from the top down and keep your resonance space open and play around with that bell pull idea so you feel connected as you go high. Right? Cool. Nice to hear you. Thank you so much for singing.
Fantastic job, Leah. That was beautiful. Luz, I'm so sorry, but I think we are unfortunately out of time to do another singer, but we do have a couple of minutes. If anyone would like to ask any questions about Dr. Cho or about Pacific Lutheran, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer.
Mm-hmm. Luz, if you want to send me a recording of you singing, I'll be happy to provide feedback. I'll put my email address. I'm sorry we didn't get to you. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, I sent it to everybody.
Oh, you sent
just
here.
Jessica.
I'll copy and paste it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, if any of you guys have any questions about PLU, what we do, please feel free to email. We're in Tacoma, Washington. It's 30 miles south of Seattle, Washington, in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. It's a undergraduate vocal program, and so you get to be the star. We do 3 opera productions a year, and a musical theater. We have a musical theater department as well, and so you get to do roles as an undergrad, and you don't have to compete with graduate students to get the stage time.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess if nobody has any questions, how can we make mixed voice inlaid with repertory? I think it's inlaid.
You mean like middle voice? Lux, is that what you mean? Mixed voice? Oh, we do not have a master's program, unfortunately. But we do have a summer opera workshop in July that a lot of pre-professional singers do come and graduate students come and do. And this summer in July, we're doing Mozart's Magic Flute in German. It's 2 weeks. Great opportunity, and do a cabaret night too. Yeah.
Great. Well, I guess let's go ahead and wrap up. Thank you so much, Dr. Cho, for being here. This has been amazing. Thank you everyone who sang, and we'll see you tomorrow for the last day.
Thank you, Jessica.
Great
Great job, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah.
Dr. Cho, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.